It's an impressive sinkhole under the kitchen, but not the kind you'd expect. A bubbling, steaming, belching crater has gobbled up the backyard and more of a Rotorua house, leaving its tenants shocked and homeless. Susan Gedye says she thought it was an earthquake when her Whakarewarewa house shook and the earth rumbled in the wee small hours.
So I got woken up about 2 a.m. thinking, there's a few earthquakes happening here. There was a lot of shaking and jolting. And but then as time kind of went on, like 2-3 minutes passed, and I thought, well, that's a really long earthquake. It can't be right. Something's not right. So I hopped up and went to go walk into the kitchen, and then I could because you could hear it as well. And then I could kind of see like the steam all splattered over the kitchen windows and stuff, and then could really hear it. So I looked out the kitchen window and just saw a big geyser coming out from the ground from a pipe in the bank.
Did you freak out?
Yeah, I did. I just went straight into protective panic mode and got the little boy up and grabbed my baby and just thought, what can I frantically grab to get in the car and get out of here? But I thought I'll ring Peter, who works with the geothermal stuff through Rotorua Council, and I gave him a call, and he came, within a few minutes, and he said, oh, look, I think you're pretty safe. It'll be all right. We'll kind of monitor it in the morning and take it from there. He was happy that the pressure was coming out there, not under the house or anything. And then when the morning came, we kind of looked out the front door, and it had turned into like a huge mud geyser. So that was kind of spectacular but different and a little bit scary. And just as time has gone by, like every hour or just every half hour, it just kind of is turned into something like, really spectacular. It's like a huge big crater in the front lawn, and there's mud flying like probably about 10 metres into the air. And
it sounds spectacular. Can we just go back a little bit? The sound, You say it was making a noise in the early hours of the morning. What was it like?
Like a big, just so there was like big jolts and just, sometimes how you can hear an earthquake, just big bangs and stuff, knocking sounds and, rumbling, a lot of rumbling,
A lot of rumbling.
And it continuously kept shaking and jolting, like the whole house and everything was kind of shaking and that. So,
was it quite violent, the movement, Susan, rather than rolling?
Some of them were, some of the jolts, the big bangs of steam pocketing up into the air and then the mud flying up and stuff, it was.
So give us a little bit of a comparison when you first see this sort of hole in the ground to what it is like now. How much is it growing in size, do you reckon?
Oh, real, tremendously. Like, it was just a big shoot of steam into the air to now like this huge mud crater. It just gets more and more spectacular and bigger, and the bank's coming away, but there's a shed that's sitting right there, and so the mud's coming away from there. So I think the shed will probably end up down the bank, but the specialists in that came and the engineers, and they just kind of said, oh, we think you better get out of the house now because there's a sinkhole under the kitchen and it could subside at any moment.
Wow, so the house could get gobbled up? Yeah,
eventually. That's the thing, it could stop in a minute. It could stop, like tomorrow, or it could last for like 2 weeks, but the longer it carries on, the worse the damage kind of gets. So the house won't be livable again. They'll have to, just deem it not accessible or anything, I think, after this.
Are there any other properties nearby, Susan?
Yes, there is to the right. They are okay. They can feel the jolts in that. But just again, like as long as the process goes on, it's kind of spreading along the bank and towards that house as well.
So it's kind of chewing up ground as it moves along?
Yeah. Yep, taking it away, and it's just like a big mudslide going down into the to the paddock below.
Well, where are you going to stay?
I've had to quickly move to my dad's. He was up north fishing, and I couldn't get hold of him, so he's had a bit of a surprise. His house is a bit of a bomb site at the moment. I've just kind of dumped stuff and gone, so, yeah.
And how did you explain this one to him? Hey, Dad, a giant hole's just appeared in my backyard.
Yeah, I woke up to a geyser at 2 a.m. and, I've had to evacuate, and I'm homeless. I need to come live with you. Yeah.
How did you've got a baby and a little boy. What did the little boy think?
He thinks it's all pretty cool. Yeah. The mud and everything. Baby she thinks the mud. She's all like, wow. But yeah, he's just kind of worried about where we're going to live and stuff too, because I think change kind of unsettles him a bit in that. But yeah, it's pretty amazing just seeing it all. Like, you have a lot of people just sitting down there for quite a while, just watching and observing them.
So are all the locals coming down for a bit of a gander, are they, Susan?
Yeah. There's a lot of people. The mayor was down there just before. We've had like schools down there and stuff, and just all the locals. And
have you had offers of help?
yes, a lot. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to really go onto Facebook or anything this morning, but just the help and the support that I'm getting from all my like clients and friends, and even the guys that are building a house next door, they all came over to help get stuff out of the shed real quickly, because we were worried it was going to end up all down the bank. And it's a real comfort. It's real neat, like in situations like this, that you can look at it as a real, downer. But I know something really good will come from this, and just moments like that, it's really, really nice,
Have you had another mud pool pop up in the backyard before, or is this the first one?
This has happened 4 times in the last 20 years, and I think it had to do something with them when they blocked up the bores, and that was to make the geyser bigger, to poo or something. I heard something along those lines, but it was just steam that would come out of the bank, and it would last for like a few days or a week or something, and then just stop. But this is the one that's going to really do the damage. That's kind of going to be the end of that property being lived in ever again.
Susan Gedye, who's lost her backyard to a giant, belching, muddy sinkhole.